I don't even know.
This is gonna be a good fucking
going.
show.
Yeah, this
All right.
Yeah, I can already tell. This is gonna be horrible. Trainwrecked.
We'll figure it out halfway through.
Whoa. How the hell do you eat a whole pizza by yourself from Costco, you fat fuck?
Yeah,
wasn't a
Bobby,
whole
how
pizza.
did you do it?
It was just a couple slices. How did this become about me?
That is not a couple slices.
How'd you
Look
do it,
at
Bobby?
him. Look at him. That is not a couple slices.
Oh my gosh. I can't eat the pizza at
Exactly.
Costco, so. Welcome to Uber Tales. Don't shoot Joshua.
Please do, actually.
Don't shoot me, guys.
He's trying to pull us
He's
something about
just
Mary
the
with his hair.
messenger.
Talk about my hair. Fuck off, Brad.
Don't put it down. Don't put it down. You got to be proud of that
Don't
thing.
use jizz.
You got to be proud of that thing. It's standing straight up.
Fuck you guys. Bitches, you guys got like 10 years where you don't have no hair.
Shit.
What are you
talk
talking
your
about?
shit while you got the
All
chance.
of mine, I can't
Mine
do that
was
if
down
I
to
wanted
here.
to. I
Mine
can't.
was like down to my the middle of my chest. I got plenty of hair. Don't
Say
worry
it,
about
Brad.
that.
Say what you want to. It's down to your titty.
I haven't had a hairline
Maybe.
like that in 20 years, dude. Yeah, I've been gone right there for a long time. All right, I'm holding on with dear life.
All right.
All right, welcome to the show. Today we've got
Who?
we've
Roll the
got
dice?
Eeny, Meeny, Miny,
Mo, let's
one.
pick Brad.
Brad.
And you go.
Okay.
All right, Brad. I know you've got some amazing.
Don't
things
I
that
always have
happen to you.
amazing stories that
Yes,
happen?
Absolutely, but I just know
Right.
today it's really gonna be a crazy one, right?
It's an interesting one for
Okay.
sure.
Interesting. I like interesting.
All right, so where do I start? So I was Ubering in Salt Lake City, and I was like in the Sandy area. I ended up getting this guy. He was an older gentleman, and he
Day or night?
late afternoon.
Okay.
So
Late
like
afternoon.
5, 6-ish.
Older gentleman,
Older gentleman.
and you got him.
I got him. So I was taking him to pick up his new truck, and he was so happy to tell
Where'd
me
you
about
get
his new
him?
truck.
What was he doing?
So he was on, if you're familiar with like the coordinates, he was on like 90th South and like 7th East. So across from the cemetery,
Was it?
there's an apartment complex
Oh, it's
there.
an apartment complex. Okay.
Yeah, an apartment complex there.
You know his address, like what apartment number he was in?
No, we don't know those things,
sure.
Bobby.
Just kidding.
And his thumbs were normal
It's
size.
something normal.
There's nothing
Okay.
to look for, Bobby, for you.
All right, there you
Are
go.
you sure though? I don't know. I didn't really get a good look.
You don't look immediately at their thumbs. Come on, Brad. That's
It
important
depends. It
stuff.
depends on the passenger. If it's a chick, then yes.
Yes, if they're deformed, it's still okay.
Right.
Anyway,
I got a clue in for Bobby.
Yeah, there you
So we
go.
got some thumb guys here for everyone listening.
So anyway, there
freaks.
he is. There he is.
Says the guy
Is-
with the
is short-
something about Mary hair.
Something about me.
I'm not even. Get on with the story, you
I totally
motherfucker.
get that. That's hilarious. I
You
just
see
now
what he's been
got
getting
that.
at?
That's-
He's a
I
sick
get it
bastard.
now.
It was the semen
Hey,
protein thing
You're
he's
the
going
one
back
who's
to.
doing it.
That's so funny.
That's where you see.
Now I get
See,
it.
you got to get into the gutter,
I
Bobby.
see.
Exactly.
Enter
You
real
gotta get
Brad's
down here
level.
with us.
You
Come on
gotta
now.
really go.
Don't say us.
level.
I'm above.
Shit, my ass.
Okay.
Anyways,
so
you
here
Want
this
it in your
dude is.
ass, Brad, and you
Here
know
this
it.
dude is. He's got stuff in his hair. Oh no, that's Joshua.
That's Josh.
What is? What?
yeah,
he's
so
a
there's-
middle-aged fella.
No, he was older, Bobby. He was probably, I would say, like early
82.
60s,
Okay.
early to mid 60s.
Okay.
He was so excited to get his new truck because what he wanted to do is he wanted to start putting like a camper on the back and just traveling the country and going to see everything. So he actually had a really interesting story. He started telling me like he was a biker, and long story short, he ended up falling in love with like
Another biker.
the pass around girl.
Oh.
Oh, the village.
Yeah,
bike. The village
exactly.
bicycle.
Well, I was trying to put it a
A
nice
nice
way.
way?
Yeah.
Really? Since when are you being nice?
Yeah, Brad.
Well, I don't
It's
want
all
to
this semen talk. It's softening it.
Golly.
I guess, I don't know.
Finally
The
got
village
a heart.
bicycle. Yeah.
Did
No,
you,
I don't know if I have
Did
a
you go
heart.
to Wisdom or
I mean, what do you want me to
Oz?
say? Yeah, they're passing around the town whore. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Yeah, no. That's
Okay.
good. What you said was perfect.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, I know,
So
but
anyway,
anyways.
he fell in love with her.
so he fell in love with her, ended up
That's
marrying her. And
How did that work? Did
How the hell would I know?
Yeah, that. It's
I wasn't there.
You know, I just you feel
So
sorry.
everyone's had her, but he's the one that kept her.
Yeah. you
So
could say
maybe
that.
he's a little more honorable than the
Yeah.
others.
Oh,
Okay, I could see
okay.
that. You know, it's
I like the way. See there, Joshua.
Right.
That's really nice.
it's all the hair talking. You fucks.
Sure.
Okay, so he ended up marrying her.
Ended up marrying her. She ended up passing away.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, this was like from what he was saying, it was
There's
a
no
long
jokes
time
there
ago.
we can do.
No.
I mean, once you say somebody's dead, it's there's
It's off
nothing.
limits.
Yep. You
Is
can't
it, though?
Really, well,
I don't know. You can still make some pretty funny jokes with some dead people.
oh, yeah.
I'll leave that to you guys.
Yeah. Joshua's like, nope,
No,
no,
joke on
that's
that.
where I draw the line. They died. No more jokes on them.
I don't know about that.
Okay. So anyway,
So she passed on.
He loved her.
Yeah, he loved her.
He loved her. She passed on, and
did she continue to be the bicycle person of the bike?
you know, I didn't ask him.
Like, do you marry her and she does have duties, or is that over?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's an.
Was she like a groupie?
I guess there's
you can kind of
Like
say
a
that.
biker gang
Yeah,
groupie?
yeah,
okay,
you can
so
say
it's
that.
not like a designated thing in the gang. It's just a. It's,
Bobby's never been in a gang.
Nah,
as far as I can
nah. I
Gangs
mean,
don't
I
get
read-
whores assigned to them, Bobby's.
Yeah,
This
I
is
don't think
this
that
is
was
yours.
In
This is
Hunter
your
S.
whore,
Thompson's book about the Hell's Angels.
All
You
right.
guys read that book? Yeah, I don't
So-
think it talked. I mean, it.
I
Talked,
had
anyway.
uncles in the Hells Angels, but
Well, funny enough, as he said, he was like he ran around with them, and it was kind of part of them. Never got too deep, but still kind of was there and around, and
So he was never put in.
not necessarily.
To
no.
be put in, you have to have the
Exactly.
shit
Yep.
beat out of you.
Well, I'm sure there's more than that, but yeah.
Oh yeah, if you read that book, it's crazy. Hell's
Yeah.
Angels by Hunter S. Thompson. It's nuts.
Interesting.
that's
He traveled with them for like 3 years, and he wrote about it.
Wasn't he like a? There was one like wasn't he
He's a
like an
journalist.
FBI or something like that?
No,
Gotcha.
he was a
Anyways,
very
I
hardcore
digress.
drug user that ended up killing himself. And
Gotcha.
yeah,
Hunter S. Thompson,
yeah.
the movie,
journalist.
like Johnny Depp.
Yes,
you know?
with Johnny
Yeah.
Depp. Yes,
Okay,
that
I got
guy.
you.
Yes, yeah. There
Interesting.
you go.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that. I'll
Bobby,
read
does he
his
have
book.
little thumbs?
I don't know.
Fucking
He does a lot of drugs though. Fear and Loathing in Las
I don't know.
Vegas.
You
Yeah,
never
Fear
know
and
with
Loathing in
Bobby.
Las Vegas. That's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
Can we get more
back to
off
the story.
topic?
So
Did you
this-
see that bird the other day? In the tree?
It's fucking Monday for everyone listening. It's a Monday.
It's
for
a
us.
Monday.
All right, so
just so
he's
everybody knows,
excited.
we record on Mondays and publish on Wednesdays.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's excited. You know, he wants to go pick up his new truck. It's a brand new Dodge Ram. Super excited to get it. Can't believe he's finally getting it. Can't believe he's finally going to live his dream and just start to travel.
He's gonna make it ugly by putting a big old camper on it.
Well, he's going to customize a camper, so he's going to make his
It's all the
own
rage.
essentially.
It's all
Right.
rage.
Is
Everybody's
it?
doing
Everybody's
it.
doing it?
Everybody's
Yeah,
doing
everybody's
it.
doing it.
Yeah.
So he
Very
wants
cool.
to just travel and go and sightsee and do his thing.
Sounds kind of fun.
So I finally drop him off, and I'm like, "Oh, cool! This is awesome, dude. I'm so happy for you. Can't believe you get to live your dream. This is awesome. Go have fun."
Live your dream.
Yeah. So I was like, "This is sweet."
And then he fell and had a heart attack right outside your and died.
Sure. No, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know what happened to him after I left him. I'm done.
You're telling me this is the end of the story?
No, not at all. This
I was
is
about
like
to
the
say-
halfway point.
Jesus Christ, Brad. This one's a little late.
We're digging at the bottom.
Yeah,
No.
I was about
He's a
to say.
happy fella that got him a truck. The end.
Man, I'm done.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jesus, Brad. You could
I was waiting for it. Then he had a heart attack and he died right there, and he didn't get to live his dream. And
I don't know.
So
That's
what
kinda
happens
morbid.
next?
yeah, it's morbid, but at least it's interesting.
Well, we're getting there. You're jumping the gun.
I'm jumping
So
of
what
course
happened,
I am.
What happened next?
So about a week goes by, maybe 2 weeks, and I get another ping, and it's in a different location, but it's the same name. And I'm gonna call the guy Rob. I don't remember his name. So I get this ping, and it says Rob, and I don't think anything of it because it's just a generic name. And so he comes into my car, and it's the same guy, and I'm like, "What the hell are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be gone? Aren't you supposed to be traveling?" He's like, "Well, you won't believe what happened." So I'm like, all right, lay it on me. And this is the second ride.
This is it
yeah,
right here.
so I've got I think it's like a 10, 15-minute ride, so it's not too far away. So I start taking him, and he's like, so I picked up my truck.
Joshua's face. Where the hell is he going?
Well, I think you know this story.
I think I'm piecing some things together. I think you did tell me about this.
I did tell you this story.
I'm like, is this... Okay, keep going, though. I don't want to stop you. Go.
So he starts telling me, he's like, dude, you'll never believe what happened. So he starts telling me the premise. He's like, so I still got a couple weeks to get this built. I'm planning on leaving in 2 weeks from when I dropped him off. And about a week in, it was towards the end of the month, so he let his lease lapse, so he didn't have a place to stay because he was planning on staying in his truck. Being gone. So about a week in, it was like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, he was saying, and some person on drugs jumped into his car as he was at a stoplight.
The truck?
Into the truck.
His new truck?
Into his new truck.
In the passenger side?
He said he flew in through the window and grabbed the steering wheel and started moving the steering wheel, and he ended up crashing into a person's home.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So maybe a little worse than the heart attack. I think I would have taken the stroke.
You would have had it. You would have taken the stroke.
Yeah.
Stroke or heart attack? I don't know.
Either or.
As long as it's quick.
As long as it's quick,
Right.
yeah. Not watching my
a little bit
dreams
of pain
go into a
here
house.
and then dead.
So as he's telling me all this, I'm like, holy shit, dude, this sucks. He's like, yeah, I mean, thankfully they had some witnesses. Some people had Ring cameras, so they caught it all. They know what's going on. The police already know the guy got arrested. But
obviously
he's still
no insurance.
Yeah, so he lost. Not only did he lose his apartment, he lost his home and his truck because he was going to be staying in his truck. He has to stay in he's getting it fixed.
Oh.
So this is I picked him up the day after this had happened.
Oh my gosh.
So he's staying in a motel for now because he doesn't have a place to live. So he's waiting for the insurance to go through all the process and to take care of all this. But I had to take him 15 minutes away from where he was.
To get the vehicle, or
just to go to the hotel. I was taking him to the hotel because this had literally just happened the night before.
Wow.
So he was out and about trying to get everything situated with the insurance and get the estimates and all that from the body shop. So
what's the moral of this story, you think?
The moral for me is, I like to drive those crackhead hours, as Brad calls them, and I always keep my windows up and I always keep my doors locked.
Yeah, but it's 8, 9 o'clock at night. That's not crackhead hours.
I mean, they can do
if
there's
crack
no sunlight.
any time of day.
Well, sure, but
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like vampires. Anytime the sun goes down,
there's a joke
they're
somewhere.
on crack.
In the summertime, the sun is not down at 8, 9 o'clock.
Was it this time?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but the sun was mostly down. As long
No,
as
it
it
wasn't.
can't hurt their skin because they can't have sunlight.
The crackheads.
Crackheads turn into vampires.
They start getting that itch.
So
Maybe
but
they just twinkle like the Twilight vampires.
Maybe, I don't know.
Regardless, keep your doors locked and your windows at least mostly up.
That is
especially if you're in a sketchy area, which I don't
Public
see.
service.
I don't know where he
crackheads flying
was.
through
Yeah.
windows in nice areas. Okay, so,
Hey, that happens. I mean, he was on the east side before. I don't know. It happens.
I don't know.
I think
Morals,
that
lock
is
your
a
doors,
pretty
I guess.
good. He said he jumped through the window though, so keep the windows up.
Yeah, and your door's locked too.
And your door's
You know that thing that happened to me just a couple weeks ago, Brad.
Oh, you mean to tell me when you were picking up a male prostitute?
Okay, don't make it sound like that. People
Don't
are gonna be
make it-
thinking strange stories.
That's
Making
the way
it
you
sound
said
like
it to
anything.
me. I'm just relaying the message.
All right, I'm not gonna go. I don't want
What
to
did
take
you
up the
tell
time.
me? You said you picked up a male prostitute. Did you not say that? Okay,
But
so I'm just passing
my
the message
aim
along.
wasn't to pick up a prostitute.
Yeah, but it made you sound
My
like
aim wasn't
it made
to
you
pick up a
sound
male
like he was
prostitute.
picking up
That's what I
a
thought.
male prostitute.
I don't know.
Not picking up a male prostitute.
I don't
There's
know.
a difference.
He left it open to interpretation.
Yeah, whatever. Look, all right, now
I don't know.
You went there. Now I'm gonna have to explain because I'm not gonna have this. I'm not gonna have this shit trail me into the next episodes. Okay?
Oh, it will.
No, it won't.
Yes,
no,
it
we're
will.
shutting it down now.
Oh, this isn't the Hannah. This is the
No.
This is
This is a completely. This happened to me just like last Saturday. You know,
No, you only work like 2 days a week, dude.
fuck
This was
you,
like a
man.
month
It was
ago.
like last Saturday. I swear it was. So it's like 3 a.m. downtown. I got a ping, to pick up a woman, and so I know the area where I'm going to, and I'm like, oh, this is a sketchy ass area.
Woman.
Yeah, it's a woman. So I'm,
It's
the
Sure.
name's a female name.
A
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah. Okay. So I know where it's at. It's kind of by the railroad, the station, the Amtrak
Railroad
station.
tracks.
Yeah, it's by the railroad tracks.
Is it on the wrong side?
There isn't a right side in that area. So I'm going down there, and I get to the location where the ping's at, and so I stop, and there's this tall, lanky white dude. And now, mind you, I'm in an area. I'm looking around like this is fucking sketchy to the
And
the
what
max.
time?
It's like 3 a.m.
Oh.
So I've
Dude,
got my firearm.
One of these days, he's not going to be with us.
I've got.
We'll be telling the
I know this.
story.
I know this is gonna freak people out, but look, I've got my gun. I took the safety off. It's always chambered, and I'm ready. I'm like, all right, some shit's gonna go
So
down.
we still might be seeing
know?
him in the news.
Maybe.
Let's
Yeah,
just say
you might
that.
see me in the news.
He might not be dead, but he might have
Right.
killed somebody.
Exactly. No, so I mean, I'm ready. If it comes, it's coming. So I'm
coming.
waiting. I'm like, this is some sketchy shit. I'm looking
He's
around.
got your hand on it?
I've got I've got it in my hand. When I say ready, I'm ready. I ain't messing around. My life's worth more than whatever the hell the fare is. So
Right?
I see this tall, lanky white guy, and he starts meandering over to my car, and I'm looking at him, and so immediately I start. There you go. So I call the rider, which is the girl, and it's like bring, bring, it's ringing, and this dude's coming up to my passenger door, which is locked and the window's up, and he puts his hand on the door, on the passenger door handle, and he starts pulling like this. And I'm like looking at him, and I was like, what the fuck is he doing? I was like, yeah, he's pulling on my passenger side door. And I'm
That's
looking
not
at
the only
him.
thing he's
So left
pulling on.
hand's got a fucking gun in it. Right hand is like,
Playing with the phone.
hitting call. And so finally the rider, she picks up, and I was like, hi, let's call her Amy. I was like, hi, Amy. I said, is there a man with you? And she's like, yes. I said, is it a tall white guy? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, who the fuck is this then? And so I look over at him. I roll the window a little bit. Just a tiny crack, just a bit down. I said, can I help you? And he's smiling like he's smiling big, and he's like, like nodding his head like, yeah, I'm coming, or like I want to come in, And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, can I help you? And he lets go of the door, and he puts his hands up. He's like, oh, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, like I'm sorry. And he starts to walk away. And I'm looking at him. I was like, that was a fucking prostitute. That was like
You were a
that was
John.
some dude that
Walked
I was
away.
gonna
You
pick
were
him
a
up.
John. Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, he walked
Yeah.
away, huh?
Yeah. No,
Sure.
the dude.
You're
Yeah,
looking
the
for a
dude.
good time.
So the dude. Yeah. So he goes, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, some prostitute.
Okay, so I've been Ubering a lot longer than you, and I have never, ever, ever.
You
had
don't
that
drive
happen.
late
You-
at night,
you've
so
had-
shut the fuck
I
up.
have in the past.
You don't drive that late.
I have in the past.
You've never had somebody come up to you?
No.
I did back in my pizza driving days. And I'm like, no, I just need you to pay for the pizza.
Well, that was different. You were delivering.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
anyways, what
maybe,
ended up happening
maybe Josh
was
is delivering something else.
I saw their ping.
Got offered crack once for pizza.
I do remember you telling me that.
And Brad, he took it.
No,
he
my-
still got it. I'm just kidding.
No, I smoked that. No.
Anyways, I saw the lady. She they made it so I could see where their location was. I drove over. It was a beautiful, just gorgeous bombshell.
So
of
if
a
you
lady.
could see
At
the
3 a.m. in Cracktown.
Well, there was so what it was is there's like an after party club place there. It's like underground. So after all the bars close, this is the place where like the hardcore partiers, and they're all older
It's
people.
like underground type of
Underground,
thing?
underground,
Like where
yeah.
it's not supposed to know about it?
They're not supposed to know about. Yeah.
Oh. It's
That's
a
why it's in such a-
rave-like thing?
I don't know. No, it's not a rave. I mean, there were tons of people
isn't
there.
that what a rave is?
There were
Underground
no.
thing?
There were
Not
tons
really.
of-
What do you
raves.
think
Raves
were-
are more common.
I
now.
think it was more of like a
Back
kind
in
of
my
like a
day.
bar. I don't think it
Yeah.
was like a dance club place, because I asked them, I was like, "What the hell is this?" And they're like, "Oh, it's an after party,
private event.
It's like there's like it's like a private after party, So when all the bars close, we come here so we can still drink and do all all this stuff and hang out in the bar.
Because if you've been drinking since 2, you definitely need to drink a little more.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, the bars close at like what, 1 o'clock, 12
Well,
o'clock?
they stopped serving at
technically.
1.
Yeah, you know, so it's like, you know,
And
stuff
if you
closes
can't
early
drink
here.
enough by 1 o'clock,
It's not about drinking enough, Bobby. It's about what time you start.
yes.
So a lot of people don't start until like 11, 12,
Well, that's
12:30.
lame.
So they don't have a long
I was
window.
like, I start at 6 every day.
That's right.
5 p.m.
Yeah. Anytime after
Shot of
5
whiskey.
is good. Yeah. Anytime
So
after
that's what it was. And then oddly enough, the lady was like super
I saw
attracted to
that
me,
guy.
and
Oh.
she lives literally like just right by where I live. So I mean, I was like, oh shit. I was like, you know, I was like,
I live right over here on so
I did.
and so
I didn't tell her
lane.
exactly, but I said
1265.
Yeah,
So
'cause
lane.
she's actually
Right.
she's like, well, where do you
Come
live?
see me.
And I was like, I actually live I was like, I'm you guys' neighbor. You know, because she was with a guy. The guy was a douchebag and unattractive. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Dude's unattractive. He's fat and flabby. And,
Fat and
I'm looking at him. And I'm like,
flabby,
how the
and
hell
she's
is he with this gorgeous blonde?
Because
who's
he
just
has
drop
lots of
dead
money?
Beautiful. I don't even think so. Because I was like, you know, you guys make fun of my hair, but I'm looking at his
Very
haircut. And I'm
sure.
like, his hair's all fucked up. I was like, this dude doesn't look like he
I
can
was
afford a
never
good
making fun of your
haircut.
haircut. I just was I was questioning
Yeah,
the
whatever.
product you're using.
Whatever. Anyways. I'm not going to.
I would not
my hair
say
product.
anything bad about your hair. It's a beautiful head of hair.
I'm like,
the
look, it's actually a
stuff
wig.
you
I just
put
take
in
it
it.
off.
Maybe.
It's a toupee.
The stuff you put in it is suspect.
Wow. I mean, dude, when you're sticking straight up, I mean, hey.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. It reminds me of the 80s back when the girls had it way hit.
You know how they had those fucking bangs and they put them up with the hairspray?
So are you calling him a girl? I don't know.
No, just the hairdo.
Okay.
Anyways,
Anyway,
yeah.
so
that's-
wow, this
yeah.
is this became all about Joshua now.
No, it didn't. The point is, keep your doors fucking locked.
Yes.
Because if my door had been open,
He would have been in
crackhead
there.
prostitute would have been,
He'd
in
have
the
been in
car.
there and
He probably would have
started
got shot. I'm not kidding. I was on high alert. I'd be like, oh, boom.
Open the door,
Out you
jumping
go.
in.
Yeah.
All he's trying to do is grab your, you know.
Yeah, my hair.
Maybe that's what he shot. I don't
Grab
know.
my hair.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
you gotta be
crazy.
careful. You gotta be careful.
Well, with all that said, I think we need to do some gripes and delights.
Yeah, and let's also put a little shout out to people if they want to reach out to us.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely.
Yes. Thank you, Joshua, for reminding us. Guys, we want your feedback. We want to know, any listeners out there, is there something you want to hear? Or if you've got a story of an experience of being in an Uber. This is about Uber drivers, but it's also about Uber passengers,
Yeah.
and it could be whatever. But we would love to hear from you. We'd love to read on the show your email if it's something that we think deems readable because it's funny. Or,
Well, even if it's funny enough, then maybe we'd consider bringing you on the show and have you tell it in person.
yeah, absolutely.
Or
Absolutely.
via video if
Just
you're
getting
not
feedback in
local.
general.
And
It's
if
really
you're
fun. You know, to hear.
especially if you're a listener that drives, and
Absolutely.
you have some stories, we would love to talk to you. So the easiest way to get
Better
a hold
yet,
of us
just come on the show.
just come on the show. The easiest way to get a hold of us and find all of that out is
Email
at
ubertalespodcast at gmail.com.
that's ubertailpodcast@gmail.com. ubertailpodcast@gmail.com.
One more time, Bobby.
Clean up on aisle 6.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's Uber Tales with an S.
Tales. Yep.
Uber Tales Podcast at gmail.com. Boom.
There you go. Simple as that.
No. Oh,
You're trying to call them crybabies?
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, Bobby.
Wow.
Sorry about that,
That was
folks.
crazy. Okay. So gripes and delights, but definitely get a hold of us. And
Yeah. I'll go with a delight. I haven't done a delight in a while. I love it when it works out where Uber actually does something good and gives you a previous passenger that you've had before. I think it's awesome because you get to still check in with them. You get to follow up. You get to just see how they're doing.
they do that on purpose.
Well, no, but it's still a delight to see somebody that you've given a
that
ride
you've got-
before.
Oh yeah, that was a good experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten one where you're like, not this person again?
I can't say I have. What about you, Josh? Have
I
you?
know that you've had that before, where that one person canceled you, and then they like kept going, and you
The douche.
kept,
Yeah.
and they kept,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
you kept connecting to them. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, Brad recently showed me that spot, by the way, where it happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we were driving through.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, he was riding with me, and he was like, that story. He's like, it happened right here. And I was like, oh, I would not have imagined that. I didn't
Right,
think it
you
looked
wouldn't
like
That's
have
where
so.
you dropped them off.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's where I dropped them off. But
relatively. Yeah, we're to
Interesting.
everyone listening, we're referencing a previous episode. You know.
Yeah.
So that people know.
If you're a listener, you'll
Yeah.
know what we're talking about. If you're not, well, that's your
Go and
problem.
listen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go listen.
Go listen to the last episode.
Yes.
So
Well, so that's cool. You like it when you see people you've seen before.
Yep,
That's
absolutely.
cool to you, and maybe it's cool to them too.
yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. It is. It's
Ah,
very cool.
hey, if they had a good experience with you, that would make
Exactly.
sense.
Yeah, it's fun. I agree completely with Brad. You know, it's
That's
happened.
a delight to you too.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because oh, never mind. I shouldn't go into it. Anyways.
Why? No, you can't do
God
that.
damn it.
God
You
damn it,
can't
Josh!
do
You
all
gotta
right,
just
all
say
right,
that.
all right, fine. Anyways, so
You tease.
I swung a date with a girl, and it was, and she
Wait,
told me
what does swing a date mean?
it was this girl that was interested in me, and then
That was it driving, or that was a passenger?
no, she wasn't fucking driving my
mean,
car.
a
She was a
passenger?
passenger. Yeah,
Okay.
she was a passenger, and she was super interested in me. We had great conversation. We hung out for a bit in my car, even after like getting to her drop off location. Basically, I was waiting for another ride to get. So I was like, I ain't got nothing to do anyway. So I'm chatting with this chick, and then yeah, it was because I got her a second time. She's like, this has never happened before. And she took it as a sign. She's like, we should date. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Whatever. And that's...
And so you did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And she's super cool, and you're going to get married now.
Was this the
No.
21-year-old?
Oh.
Why do you have to put the age
Oh.
up? You fucking
Yeah, I don't know.
Fruit Loop.
Dang
Don't put
it.
the age.
Now we know.
That's all I know. You don't give me
Yes.
names.
Oh, come
Yes,
on.
it was. You Fruit Loop, Brad.
21-year-old.
Goddamn.
You don't give me a name.
What's wrong
You don't
with-
say that. You just
Is-
say this 21-year-old. How the fuck am I supposed to know who it is?
Well, I'm not giving you the name. I'm not putting the name out in the podcast.
Julie.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
we'll go. No, I've never dated a Julie in my
He's
life.
like, I would never
Yeah.
date somebody named Julie.
No, not
That's
Julie.
disgusting. She could be hotter than crap. It doesn't matter. Her name is Julie. I'm not going to date her. What about Deborah?
Do you know any 21-year-olds named Deborah? I've never
Debbie.
even seen one in my life.
Deborah. We used to do
Every
that.
Deborah I've ever met's been over the age of 40.
Yeah, when
so-
we were kids, we would go to the mall and stuff, and we'd go up to hot girls, and we go, Deborah, how's it going? Because we always knew. And one time, sure enough, she
It
looked
was a
at us
Deborah.
like, "What? I don't know you."
Who are you
And
guys?
she was Deborah.
She was
I
Deborah.
Like,
You
oh,
found her.
wow, that was weird. I didn't think anybody was named Deborah.
That was an interesting time period. There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now in our time, you do that, you're gonna get yourself a little case, Bobby. I'm trying to
I'm gonna get a case?
Yeah, you're like pepper spray, call the police. Misogynistic
mall,
bastard.
thing?
Well,
But
nowadays,
you pretend
yeah.
like
Yeah,
you
you
knew
can't
the
do it.
person. It's a
Can't do it
sad
anymore.
world we live in.
It is.
It's a
Yes, it
sad
is.
world.
Those were some good days, Bobby.
I remember going up and down the street, where you can't do that anymore, and we would hop in each other's cars.
Oh, yeah.
Girls would hop in the guys' cars. I'm like, and I remember back then thinking, that's not the smartest thing to do for the girls. I always thought, you just jumping in a car with us? That's a little, we were cool, but I would think that would not be the smartest thing. I would jump in cars with girls, and that was fun. But anyway, I don't know where we're going.
Good
with
to
that.
know, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this shit
Bobby's
out. I
having
don't
I'm
know.
just having this.
Fucking body.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Having these
Just one of those fucking-
flashbacks.
Get off my
Flashback.
lawn.
Flashback. Just cruising the street. Can't
That's
do
funny.
that anymore. It's kind of pathetic. They have laws against it now. Weird.
Got
guys-
lost against
Oh,
lost
good
stuff,
God,
Bobby.
Driving up and down the street is
killing us,
against the
Bobby.
law. That's wrong. I don't care what anybody says.
The
Did
way you
I-
worded that was so different, Bobby.
What? What did I? How did I word? Oh, because it's like it was something.
There's
not
laws
sex-
against this thing now.
Predator alert.
Oh
Little
my,
thumbs, watch out.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Oh, man.
Got little thumbs, you better watch
Oh,
out.
my.
Bobby's on the
What am
prowl.
I doing here? What am I doing here?
Oh, man.
You got a delight or a gripe?
I
there,
don't. You know
Joshua?
what? We gotta end this show at this point. It's getting stupid.
It's getting worse and worse.
It's getting worse and worse.
This is no longer
Oh,
Uber Tales.
man.
This is just three dudes talking.
Shooting the shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
crap. So, well, it's been fun. It's been interesting. It's been a show. We will see you next time. And, yeah.
See you next time.
With What's his podcast called? Uber Tales.
We'll see you next time. I don't know about Bobby.
Bobby has left the building. Hey, don't shoot the driver. But you
Or
can
Bobby.
shoot Josh.